So welcome back to Ashton Gate as we get set for the second 45 minutes, and Coventry players have appeared very promptly. And we were just discussing, Adam and I, if there are to be any changes at half-time, if Mark Robins was going to tweak a few players, a few positions, but doesn't look like he's done that at present.
I'll say always an early sign. If your team comes out early from half-time, then you know you've been spoken to, and it's get out there and sort yourselves out. And as we can see, the Coventry players are speaking to each other and trying to find themselves back into the game. You either make subs at half-time or you give it 5 minutes and then you start making the changes. Because I think he's expecting a reaction from his players, because the standards that they set themselves, the way that they've played, that wasn't good enough for the first half. He plays on the front foot, he plays with a high tempo, Mark Robbins' side, and it's a poorer 45 minutes as I've seen from Coventry. However, they'll be disappointed they didn't get into half-time goalless, because they would have taken that, but that man there with a wonderful strike to give them the goal lead, which they fully deserved.
There might be one change. Oh no, I thought, beg your pardon there, I thought it was Armstrong who was coming off, but Armstrong was just doing his laces up there. It's just the way he was positioned. I looked at the centre-forward position, there was no one there. Trying to be a clairvoyant for Liam Manning, I am. Right, to get underway in the second half then, and it's Coventry who'll be attacking from right to left in the direction of their supporters as we watch. Bristol City leading from that George Tanner goal to 0. Coventry have it all to do. Not won here at Ashton Gate in 2.5 years in the league, going back to February 2022. Up against it this afternoon, and no clean sheet once again for Coventry at the start of this championship season. Week 3 of the Sky Bet Championship. We're underway now, well underway. And this is Sykes with an early touch. Binks comes to meet him. Defends well, did well with the clearance. Dickey clears. Throw into Coventry. And Rob Dickey stays down. The oldest player in this Bristol City lineup, 28 years young. Will Coventry respond? Doesn't look best pleased, Mark Robins. He's got firepower on the bench to make changes when he wishes. Bristol City unbeaten in their last 6 home league games. Won 5, drawn 1. Trying to make Ashton Gate a fortress. Armstrong the target. Latavodier gets there before Twine. Latavodier once again. Eccles loses out to Bird. Wins it back, Eccles does. Tries to release Sims. O'Leary meets him. Bristol City player's gone down. It's Rob Dickey.
He seems to be struggling. He's had that earlier challenge early on where it kind of went down, but there wasn't really too much in it. There's one in the back of the hamstring. Something seems to be giving him a bit of discomfort.
It's Fali May Ulu, who's warming up. He won't be coming on to replace Rob Dickey, that's for sure. Cal Naismith is the one who looks like he'll be replacing him.
Yeah, that was the challenge. I thought that maybe Sims trod on his ankle there, and then I just thought that's where he's struggling. Then he got himself up slowly, but clearly see with that incident, that's where the original problem started for him. It's frustrating when you've gone through pre-season, you've done all your training, you want to get the game started, you don't want to be putting up with a niggly muscle injury. That'd be a big loss for them. He's an important player, as you mentioned about his experience.
Scored 5 goals last season as well for Bristol City. A real threat from set pieces. Never can tell these days when the physio's talking on that walkie-talkie. Not quite sure if he's saying his afternoon's over or not. Some activity on the Bristol City bench. And there is going to be a change. So Rob Dickey's afternoon is over, and it's Cal Naismith who's coming on to replace him. Experience as well. Coventry supporters getting frustrated because it's been a long delay. Smith's not onto the pitch, but we've restarted. And now the referee's allowing Naismith to enter. Here he comes. Bags of experience, Cal Naismith.
It's important, isn't it, just to get up to the pace of the game quickly. Get an early touch of the ball.
Bit of a start to the second half, bit disjointed.
Not really seen a reaction yet from Coventry. No early opportunities created. No real momentum that have forced Bristol City into any defensive duties.
If it continues as it is for the visitors, it won't be long before Mark Robins makes changes to his 11 as well. Wright just about keeps the ball in play. Bristol City won't mind this. Coventry playing in front of them. This is Binks. Van Avak. Sims with the run. He got that horribly wrong at the end.
It's better. Just until that final moment there with the shot. Great crossfield ball there to Van Acker, then he plays that ball forward early. And there he comes off his line there. I mean, he's fortunate that Sims doesn't really get good control of the ball.
Mark Robins not wasting any time. Double substitution about to be made. Just got a glimpse there of Casey Palmer, I believe. This is Wright. Still Wright! Smashes the side netting. American international that wanted to test the Bristol City goalkeeper.
Oh, there's one player you want in this situation here. It's Andrew Wright, good turn. I think he'd be really disappointed with that one there. Had the corner to go for, tried to go for the near post.
Here we go then. Casey Palmer coming on to replace Victor Torp. Palmer, a Bristol City former player, 36 appearances. And for Bristol City, and Sakamoto, who's been very quiet, the Japanese international. And Efren Mason-Clark, 19 goals in all competitions last time out for Peterborough, last campaign, onto the pitch. Yet to get off the mark, Mason-Clark for the Sky Blues. Can he do so in the remainder of this second half? Rodoni. Bidwell trying to create some space for himself, rolled the ball out of play. Coventry supporters still in good voice though, despite their team trailing. Armstrong. It's a Bristol City throw-in. Palmer winning his first tussle. This is Wright onto Mason-Clark. Well defended by Naismith. He's claiming he was fouled. Play continues.
Yeah, no surprise there for Mark Robins to be making those substitutions. So important now for these subs to come on and bring a bit of energy, a bit of enthusiasm into this second half for Coventry. Got to use the better to get those players involved early in the game.
Palmer. This is Bird with runners in front of him. Now Armstrong. Sykes and Twine inside the penalty area. Well defended by Latibaudier. Needless push in the back, and that's a free kick to Bristol City.
Well, they gave away a silly free kick that led to the first goal from the corner afterwards. Andrew Rice there's just given a free pass there for there just to go down easily. That's good defending there at the near post again. He's been outstanding, the Coventry captain today, I have to say, with his defensive line there, but it's a real soft free kick to be given away that was certainly needless.
So Coventry to defend this free kick. And Twine will take it. Dickey's no longer there, but Naismith and Viner have joined the attack. Armstrong as well. Presence inside the Coventry penalty area for the home team. Played it short. This is Bird. Super save. Falls to Sykes. Well blocked. Corner to Bristol City.
Eccles with the final challenge, but they just switch off. Expecting that cross to come in. Bird with plenty of time and space. Good save at the near post.
Twine once again over this set piece. An hour played, Bristol City lead. Pring. Bird. Bristol City still the better side.
Yeah, I have to say that. Just pewed on the second half performance. They've just had this the opportunity. It was a good save in the near post. It was in the end with the final challenge. Just Sykes really important, needed to do that.
A couple of more changes. Leo Manning is making. Armstrong. It's been the change over the last few games, and Fali Ulu is coming on to replace Sinclair Armstrong and Anis Mehmeti as well, coming on to replace Scott Twine. So like for like there, Mehmeti for Twine and Mayulu for Armstrong.
Yeah, positive substitutions from Bristol City. It's an area I certainly know they looked at the strength and depth that they have now in their side to come on for players to really help the side. I know that certainly helped, especially against Millwall when those changes had to be made to try and find a way of going to find those 3 points. The game's finally in the balance just at the moment. Substitutions now been made for Mark Robins. I think Coventry can slowly build themselves into the games. A little bit of momentum going with them. Big period of the game now for both sets of sides.
I always notice it's who settles down when the changes are made, the quicker ends up claiming the points. Bristol City leading. And Armstrong is work done for the afternoon. Bristol City supporters enjoying themselves so far. Still plenty of time remaining for that to change. Tovodier, foul. He's won the free kick. I'm not sure why he's showing his displeasure to the assistant referee. Coventry still struggling to carve out chances and put pressure on the Bristol City goal.
I mean, they're slightly better in the second half. I wouldn't say they've come out and really turned this game around into their favour. Just that Sims chance, wasn't it? There's that little ball over the top, and apart from that, they've not really troubled Bristol City defensively.
It's those passes from midfield at the moment. That was Eccles trying to connect with Palmer, going astray. Naismith clears. Mehmeti. White comes back to defend and wins a free kick.
They did well, they had you right there, just to come across and draw in the foul to stop the counter happening.
And that's wasteful from the Sky Blues. George Boateng, you can just see there past Liam Manning, one of the assistants now at Coventry, just sat down. Mayulu in a foot race with Van Eyck. Eccles stays down. Free kick's been given. This is Sims now for Coventry. 2 inside the penalty area. Took too long. Tanner stole it off him. Got off the mark last week, had you right, in the league with a double against Oxford. It's a leading scorer in the Championship with 16 last season. Coventry needs some inspiration from somewhere. Naismith. Bird with space. Receives it back from Pring. Cleared away by Binks. Bristol City still with possession. Given away by Sykes, now to Palmer. Sims with the run, met by O'Leary.
He done well there, the goalie. Really, really well to come off his line quickly. That was a brilliantly threaded through ball. Did well
looking for some movement in front of him. Palmer. Once again, everything in front of Bristol City. Van Eyck. Mason Clark, showing some adventure, wins a free kick.
That's what you need, just need something to happen from somewhere. Mentioned the importance of your substitutes coming on and really making an impact into the game or doing something. He's had a few positive moments. He wins his side a free kick now. Bit of quality into the box. Last questions now of Bristol City.
Do have some height. Coventry, Sims, Wright, Eccles. Trying to pick out Binks. I can't see him there. There he is, just at the bottom of your screen. Ball taken by O'Leary. Read that really well.
He did really well there, just an early decision to come off your line, dominate your box. That's what your defenders want to see, your goalkeeper giving a loud early call. Good take there from him.
So Bristol City, as it stands, are heading to the top of the Championship, ahead of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Sykes. On to Bird. And Mehmeti nearly sneaked in. Mayulu looked to be the target. It was Mehmeti.
Needed to gamble a lot more. Just break your neck to get in that far post there. Just doesn't quite do it. Brilliant run there from Bird, puts it across. Have to work harder to get in front.
Real threat is off the pitch at the moment for Bristol City from set pieces. In Dickey, they take it short. And Bird fluffs his lines. Here come another couple of changes. And it's Ellis Sims who's making the way for Brandon Thomas Asante. And a like-for-like change as well at the back. Jay De Silva replacing Jake Bidwell. So some real pace up front for Coventry in the shape of Thomas Asante and Mason Clark. And there's not much between De Silva and Bidwell, as who's the first choice left fullback for Mark Robins.
A bit of energy down the left-hand side, De Silva. Bidwell being on the yellow cards. Santa Thomas now down the middle. Didn't quite get Eccles into the game enough, so they had to try and do more with him to try and get him an opportunity.
This is Binks. Allowed to carry it forward, onto Wright. De Silva. Well defended by Bristol City. Palmer, skies down by Tanner. He's got the goal and he's got a yellow card.
Just got to be careful, Bristol City, because as much as they dominated that first half, this second half has been limited with few chances and few opportunities, and so the attacking substitutions that Mark Robins is now making in his second half, they're going to be a lot more on the front foot, Coventry, and they have to be careful.
Eccles in conversation with Casey Palmer. It's Palmer who looks like to be the favourite. Wasn't far away, it's taken a deflection. It's gone for a corner.
Yeah, it's a slight touch. I think it was Cameron Pring on the outsides. Disappointed that had gone into the corner. The ball should not be split in there.
I haven't seen the draft excluder. Stradoni with the corner. Mason Clark twisting one way and another. Binks. This is Palmer! And an almighty scrap. Involving Williams and Haji Wright. But Coventry won't care, and Casey Palmer won't either. He scored against his former club, and we're all level at Ashton Gate.
Well, I said it was a real dangerous period for Bristol City. The attacking substitution that Mark Robins has made, and it's the substitutes that have come to the forefront. Mason Clark with the first cross into the box. Binks keeps it alive, and Palmer just reacts to that second ball that drops to him. Always dangerous when you're not really in control of the game. Falls nicely. It's a really, really tidy finish from him. And again, the Bristol City was dominating and in control. Now the momentum is with the away sides. It's a great little touch there from him, and it's a great finish. Big goal for Coventry, and I think that was a reaction afterwards. I think Williams won a ball. He had to be careful there, didn't he? Because he threw the arm towards Haji Wright.
Ended up being a real rock. Picked that out well there, because it looked like he was going with his forearm.
You've got to be careful.
So 13 minutes to play, and a yellow card for Haji Wright and Williams too. So a yellow card apiece. And a couple of more changes as well. Max Bird making way for Naki Wells, fans' favourite at Ashton Gate, and Mark Sykes being replaced by George Earthy on loan from West Ham. So plenty going on, and plenty to dissect, but the most important fact, it's Bristol City 1, Coventry 1. And here's Palmer, the goal scorer. Coventry have a throw-in. the bounce of the ball just going their way at the moment.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Goals just change momentum to games massively now. There's a buzz about Coventry, isn't there? There's a belief, a confidence now for Mark Robbins' side to go and get 3 points.
Thomas Asante causing problems for Viner. Deals with it at the second time of asking. You can feel the memento and tempo swinging Coventry's way.
You go back to that first half when you looked at the amount of chances that Bristol City created and they could only find the one goal, and it was a wonder goal towards the end of that first half. However, second half they've not, I think, done enough with the ball like they did in the first to control the game. I've said twice now in this second half, it's dangerous periods for Bristol City that Coventry can hurt you. With the goals that they score, the players that they've got and the substitutions that Mark Robbins has made, game's finally in the balance now.
Mason Clark putting pressure on Pring. He had to go backwards. Pring collects. It's done well. Pring. Van Avak stops him in his tracks. Next 10 minutes should be lively at Ashton Gate. Mehmeti with a surgeon run, stopped by Van Avak. Free kick taken quickly. Tackles flying. This is the Championship, and this is Palmer.
Now we've got a game on the way.
Late by Binks, and surely he'll go into the referee's book. And the temperature's been turned up a notch or two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Naki Wells has, in many ways, done well to get out of the way of this challenge, because it was a real flying challenge there from him.
Just confirmation there. Louis Binks receiving a yellow card, second of the season.
It's a dangerous position, this. It's about the pace of the ball. Really important that Coventry keep this decent line. Looking for the penalty area.
Oh, good save from Dovin, denying Mayulu. Top-class goalkeeping from the Swedish stopper.
He's made a couple of saves in the first half and now one in the second half. It's Haji right, just gets drawn towards the ball slightly. Maybe at the far post, it was always going to be a hard chance for him. Hits the target from a different angle, making the save from the goalie.
Bounced up off the surface. Mehmeti. Mayulu the target. Rodoni defending. Pring with the delivery. There'll still be a moment for one of these two sides in this final 7 minutes plus stoppage time. Williams quickest to the ball, stopped by a combination of Eccles and De Silva. Eccles is still down, players allowed to continue. Naismith. Eccles is still down, so the referee stops play, to the derision and frustration from the home supporters.
I can understand their frustration.
Just overstretching by Eccles.
Head injuries, and totally understand, but I think it's at Bristol City's discretion if they want to kick the ball out or not. I think that's what Knight's saying to the referee.
Is it the old cliche, Coventry haven't played well, but they could leave Ashton Gate with a point, sign of a good team?
I think so. I think when you play the Championship, it's very, very difficult to be consistent for game after game, week after week, and sometimes you just have to find ways of getting a point and just going home and just saying, look, we weren't great today, but we've come away with something. And you just build that little bit of momentum. You get early points on the boards. Because you get to about the 10-12 game mark, that's where you kind of see where you are as a squad and as you are as a side. And if you can pick up points along the way to give you that start. But this is a good side, Coventry. And they've shown that last season. They've shown that under Mark Robins. And they just haven't really shown it for the majority of today's game. But what you've got is something about his side that finds something from somewhere. And all of a sudden, I think that's what Liam Manning, I think, will be disappointed because his side were in control of this game. And all of a sudden, his side are now on the back foot, and you feel that Coventry can go and find the 3 points maybe.
Play restarts without Eccles at the moment. Van Eyck. Tanner will want this ball to run out of play. Wright doesn't allow it to do so. Tanner gets their second time throwing for Coventry.
Yeah, he done well there, Hadji, right? He gave away a silly free kick in his own half that led to a free kick that Bristol City almost scored from. And that time there, Tanner's just trying to let that ball out, and it's just not going to go. He didn't give away a silly foul. Now you find your side in a better position. But I have to say, the subs for Coventry have made a huge difference of getting them back into this game.
Earthy was tripped. Referee Andrew Kitchen allowed play to continue. Thomas Asante and Mason Clark, they're a real handful, aren't they? Their pace and their threat has caused Bristol City just to drop back.
Yeah, I think maybe in that first half, the front three, I don't think we're working hard enough without the ball and really testing Bristol City and making them work. And now all of a sudden you've got your subs that have come on, have got a bit of energy, a bit about them.
Referees just shown Casey Palmer a yellow card as well, just like George Tanner. He's got the goal and a yellow card to boot. Tripping George Earthy. So since coming on, replacing Victor Torp, he's had an eventful time on the pitch, the former Bristol City midfielder. Earthy on loan from West Ham United for the season. Seems to be okay to continue. Final few minutes then of the 90. Stoppage time ahead. Can one of these two teams take all 3 points? Donny's come more into the game in this second 45 minutes. Bristol City down to 10 men. Earthy still off the pitch. Too casual from Wright. This is Mason Clark. Mason Clark!
It's a poor pass that led to that opportunity. Just driving through there, just snapped at the opportunity to hit the target.
He knows where the goals are. Just shy of 20 last season for Peterborough in all competitions. Eccles picks out Thomas Asante. Wright is onside. Didn't get that far.
He was in there, Haji Wright. Thomas Asante would have opened his body up and he would have been in.
Rodoni this time commits the foul on Naki Wells, a veteran of the squad, alongside Cal Naismith. Knight, the captain, surging forward in search of the winning goal. Sharp goalkeeping from Oliver Dovin. Good press from Bristol City. Expected better from Naki Wells. 9 minutes of stoppage time. Just goes up, always up in the second part of injury time. Adam and I are just smiling at each other. One of these two sides should definitely carve out one more moment, one more opportunity. Which one will it be? Nearly won it back for Coventry. Goes to a red shirt. This is earthy. Cleared away by Van Avak. Nicely done by De Silva. Slices his clearance.
He's done well. Van Avak a couple of times at that far post when the ball's been played in. His position has been excellent to read the cross.
Across the back four, Coventry are quite small now with De Silva coming on. Apart from Binks, everyone else is under 6 foot. Still time. Murphy picks himself up, wins a free kick.
He done well there, destroying the challenge from De Silva. He's had a couple of tough challenges made against him, just seems to be feeling the effects of that.
Wells the target. Silva runs out of space. It's a throw into Bristol City. Cleared by Wright. Thomas Asante. Decent idea. Too much on the forward ball. Williams. Intercepted nearly by Rodoni. Mayulu sets himself, takes a deflection. It's a corner to Bristol City.
There's a great ball into Mayulu's feet there. Really split that defensive line of Coventry that allowed him to turn. Just found that little bit of space there to get the shot. Because with the challenge in the end. And they've got to stay switched on. Second phase of play where they got the goal at the end of that first half.
Tanner's just lurking on the arc of the D, just emerging into the picture now. Just went over the top of Dovin. And it's a goal kick. I thought Dovin might have got a touch to that.
Yeah, we're expecting that from him. I'd say the in-swinging corners, they seem to have put it on top of him.
Four minutes to play of the 9 in injury time. Binks goes route 1. Van Eyck for Coventry. Mason Clark. Fair result if it stays as it is, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just championship football for you, really. I think Liam Manning at half-time would say, you come out and play like you did in that first half, you expect 3 points. I think at half-time, Mark Robins would have taken a point. And with 15 minutes to go, he may be thinking, getting the equaliser, you could come away with 3. I think on the reflection, the way that the game's gone, I think a draw would probably be a fair result for both teams.
Coventry have looked more threatening with the introduction of Mason Clark and Thomas Asante.
Yeah, I think they've made a massive difference. I think when you look at Sims' involvement in the game was very, very limited. Sakamoto was another one. Sakamoto was another one on that left-hand side. You look at the influence of Casey Palmer coming on. Yes, he scored the goal, but he's linked up play into that final third a lot better. And that's the period of the game where your subs have to come on. They have to make a difference. I don't think Bristol City have done enough in this second half to come away with all 3 points. You have to give full credit to Coventry, how poor first half and a fighting, battling second half from his side. He's probably earned his team a point.
He's got around the pitch really well since he's come on, replacing Victor Torp, Casey Palmer. Poked the equaliser in. He's also received a yellow card. Made himself known to the Bristol City midfielders. Into the final 90 seconds. Palmer. Right. Runs into a red shirt. This is Wells. Knight looks over his shoulder. Thomas Asante. This is his speed. This is why he's so dangerous. Thomas Asante!
Just those moments in the game where you do all the hard work to create that opportunity. It forces a mistake from Naismith, and then all of a sudden there just snaps at the chance. I don't think he needed to take that extra touch. His first touch there, I think, gives him more of the goal to aim for. There's a couple now from both sides that have had opportunities wasted on those angles.
Palmer keeps it in play. Rodoni. Palmer again. Played the 9 minutes, and Andrew Kitchen, the referee, blows up for full time, and the points have been shared at Ashton Gate. Liam Manning, the Bristol City manager, might be slightly disappointed with the outcome, especially after a dominating first 45 minutes, but Palmer, the ex-Bristol City midfielder, coming off the bench to grab the equaliser and change the momentum of the game in the latter part of the second 45 minutes. So Bristol City denied a chance to go top in these very, very early weeks of the Championship, and it's finished all square at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 1, Coventry City 1.